Hi, I'm Keith Kerkhoff, and I'm here today to answer some questions that our customers may have surrounding the recent news stories about Templeton Rye. We care about our customers. They deserve the truth, and I hope this helps. We at Templeton Rye have not hidden the fact that we have a distilling partner, and they provide one of the ingredients for Templeton Rye. And it's kind of like they make the flour and we bake the cake. And there's a total difference right there if any of you folks ever tried flour versus a baked cake. But I want to be real clear to our customers and let them understand what happens here at Templeton Rye, and that Templeton Rye is made in Templeton. Templeton Rye is a family secret, and it also is a trade secret for us here at Templeton Rye today. My grandfather was involved in Templeton Rye during Prohibition. My grandfather had passed down the recipe to my dad, and consequently I ended up with it. And so we had a bottle of my grandfather's whiskey, and technically to be a rye whiskey you got to be at least 51% rye, aged no less than 2 years in new oak barrels. Well, my grandfather's recipe wouldn't qualify because it was not 51% rye. So we took the whiskey and sent it down to a whiskey engineer in Louisville, Kentucky. He provided a formulation that we could add to that whiskey, and it made it very comparable to Alphonse Kerkhoff's whiskey. We make Templeton Rye taste as close as possible to my grandfather's recipe. Now there's allegations that we take the whiskey directly from Indiana, bring it to Templeton and put it in a bottle. That is totally false. That should have never ever been. It was a Chicago attorney that made that comment. I don't know how a Chicago attorney would know more about our business than us, and quite frankly, I don't think he's ever stepped foot on our premise. Since 2006, Templeton Rye has not changed at all. The formulation is still the same, and we want our customers to know that. We got the company going. We knew we had to do our diligence, and there was a lot of laws and stuff involved with Templeton Rye from the beginning, and we were aware of that. So to acquaint ourselves, I attended a TTB, Tax and Trade Bureau Conference seminar in Detroit, Michigan. Scott did the same out there in Boston, and we thought this would really acquaint us with the laws and regulations of the Tax and Trade Bureau. When we came back, we filed and submitted for label approval. We did attain label approval, federal label approval. The labels were produced, and we used that from day one. Consequently, since we've had a lot of this media with Templeton Rye, one of the allegations is that we didn't put distilled in Indiana. And to clear things up, we are going to put on our label now, distilled in Indiana. The product you drink today as Templeton Rye is the same product that we used when we originally started the company. Nothing has changed. It is paramount that if you're going to sell 1 million bottles, that the flavor has to be in the bottle, and we have, with hands down, one of the best rye whiskeys that you can buy. So there you have it, the straight story, straight from Templeton Rye. Thanks for your time, and thanks for being a Templeton Rye customer.